All right, Al tells me I'm all queued up in the screen. Eddie tells me the thumbs up, we're rolling. So here we go. It's a Monday podcast. Al, good morning, sir.
Oh, hi there, Jerry. You know, I'm a man who's very bad at making decisions. I'm
Yeah,
just,
I've
just
heard.
terrible.
Yes, and then when you do make one, they backfire sometimes.
Correct. I take a long time to make a decision.
Yeah.
Then I regret my decision, and
Bradley
it goes
Beach
like that.
has been a good one, though. That's been one good one.
Yeah, that's been
a good one.
Yeah, I haven't really regretted any of my moves.
No.
I will tell you that. But I have a dilemma that I'm hoping that you, Jerry, and the people listening who may have some expertise or just their thoughts on what do I do with my automobile.
Okay.
So I have a couple different moves I can make here. I have a Subaru that has 185,000 miles on it. The transmission fluid has never been changed.
Right.
Because the Subaru tells you don't need to change it, but people who know about cars go, oh, no, you have to change it.
Okay. I would be in the camp of don't worry about it.
So I've never changed it,
Mm-hmm.
and I got 185,000 miles on the transmission.
Okay.
And these transmissions, they say if they're serviced well, they could last a long time, but if they've never been serviced, not great. So I have that just in the back of my head.
Okay.
All right. No
but
big
you don't
deal.
have an issue right now.
No issue.
It's fine then. Okay.
My infotainment center is gone. Shot. It's shot. And I did a lot of research. This is a common thing in these cars. They're made cheaply. After years of, they really are affected by, believe it or not, the heat under the hood pushes up against the wires and things, and over time it corrodes them. So it is completely shot. I need my backup camera.
I'm sure.
I cannot park in New York without it.
Yeah, it doesn't faze me, but I understand.
The other things, like right now in my car, I just have because this all just happened. I just have a Bluetooth speaker in my phone, and I'm listening to my podcasts.
Right.
I really don't care.
Right.
To put a new one in, a new aftermarket
with the camera and everything,
where the camera works and all. If I do it myself, I just order the radio and all the parts. Because unfortunately, when you order these radios, each car needs its own setup to work in that car.
Mm-hmm.
If I did it myself through a place like Crutchfield, remember old Crutchfield radios?
Yeah, I do.
That's like $500.
What if you went through Subaru?
The Subaru unit that sucks is $2,000.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So
that's out.
To get somebody to put it in for me only cost me another $150.
So Crutchfield, theoretically $700 in and out. Done.
Well, yeah, if I do it, there's a guy in Neptune that has an audio place.
Right.
I went to them over the weekend. He can do it for $700. If I did it myself, it's $500.
No, you pay $700 to get it done right.
But do I want to pay $700
Yes.
for a car that has 185,000 miles on it that could crap out?
Yes.
Yes?
Because it's here's why. So I lost in this deal. I was in a situation with my GTI last year, right around this time. It had about 190,000 miles on it. And I don't remember exactly what I remember talking to you about this. I don't remember what the issue was. God damn. I don't remember. Whatever. A couple of parts were replaced. I did do new brakes, which I needed that too. I spent $3,000 and was really hoping that I was going to get 2 more years out of the car. I had just paid it off. Well, no, not yet. I finished paying off that car in July or August. I wound up only getting 3 months without car payments. What I was hoping to do was finish paying it off in the summer and then have a year and a half without a car payment. I thought that would be very cool. So I put the $3,000 into a car that had almost 200,000 miles. I lost because the car crapped out in December. Stuff started, and I wasn't putting any more money into it. You're talking about a car that's got 180,000 miles on it, 90% of which are all highway miles.
Right.
In theory, that engine should be in very good shape because it's not working hard. You're not doing a ton of city driving. Luckily, we're not in Midtown. You come into the tunnel, you're 3 blocks in park, and it's all highway. A $700 repair is nothing. And I think you'll still get a couple more years and another 50,000 miles out of that car. I don't think $700 is a lot of money.
The only other option, I looked at a couple things too. I went, what is my car worth?
Mm-hmm.
I looked on Edmunds.com, Kelly Blue Book, and Carvana.
Mm-hmm.
The
Carvana usually gives pretty good prices.
Carvana was offering to give me $3,500.
And that's without an infotainment system working?
Yes, I told him the infotainment center shot.
Wow.
CarMax offered 3,800.
Really?
That was the
Okay.
most I got.
Wow.
So if I trade the car in, I would probably get. You could probably
Maybe a little more.
negotiate $4,000.
Yeah, for sure.
So I saw a used car that I like, another Subaru, for $22,000. So if I got $4,000, I'm now
How many miles
18,000.
on this one?
40,000. This is I'm trying to balance. Do I?
You don't have a car payment right now, right?
No.
Yeah, I would pay the $700.
Do I trade my car in now while it's worth something, even though it's not a lot, or run it till the transmission's really shot, and then you get really nothing for it, but you get all those extra months of using the car.
You've got no reason to think there's anything wrong with the transmission, right?
Correct.
So you're kind of running to trouble, or you're thinking yourself into trouble where it doesn't exist right now.
Right.
And you might not need a new transmission until it hits 260,000 miles. Again, if this was a car that got beat up and you told me you lived in Queens and stop, go, light, traffic, I get it. And you were driving on the BQE every day and stop. But that's not what this car is. Does the car still drive well?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any sign that the car is not going to drive well?
No.
Yeah, to me, $700. Let me ask you this. What's the worst that can happen? You put the $700 in. 6 months from now, something goes wrong. And instead of getting $4,000 for the trade-in, you get $3,000. You spent $700, so theoretically it's a $2,300. You lost $1,700, but you did drive the car without a car payment for 6 more months. You know what the difference is? I mean, you're probably going to pay cash, I would think. You're not going to get a car payment. But if you got a car payment, the difference between $1,700 on a car payment over 60 or 72 months is not that much. So, but it's up to you. If you want to get a newer car, I get that.
I really don't want to. I mean, part of me wants to see how far this car will go.
Okay.
And it's also interesting to me knowing everything that I've already replaced in the car, right? So I know, like in the Subarus, in this group of model years, with the wheel bearings go, which I've replaced all of them. I put new tires on it in August. So if you get a car with 40,000 miles on it, it's going to need new tires soon. Sure. It's going to need brakes soon, all this stuff. I then did way too much research, Jerry. Like I researched, is a transmission with high miles more likely to fail in the winter or the summer?
Okay. What did it say?
Summer.
Okay.
That the thing that ruins transmissions is heat. And what it does to the
okay. Even with that
the
theory,
fluids.
Even on that theory.
Okay.
It's March 2nd.
Yeah.
Let's say it falters in August. You're still getting 6 more months, 5 more months without a car payment. And that's if it falters. I would have full confidence that you will not have a problem with this car this year.
Yeah.
Now, next year at this time, or maybe next May, I would get a new car at that point, because you're doing what, 45,000 miles a year? Where you
let's
live?
see. I put 150,000 miles on it in just about 5 years. So I'm doing
less
30.
than I thought. So you're doing really 30? That's it?
Yeah.
I do 30,000 miles a year. How's that possible?
I don't know.
Well, because you go nowhere after you get home.
Yeah, when I get home, listen, I'm not going anywhere.
I do drive more than you.
Yeah, you do a lot more driving.
That is true.
Games and airport runs.
You're right. No, you're right. So if you're doing roughly 30,000 miles a year at this point next year, and then let's say you get to May next year, you're talking about a car that would have about 216,000 miles on it. Maybe at that point, I would, if you were there, I would probably say, move on. I just don't think with 180,000 miles, you need to get a new car yet.
If I put a $700 radio in that car and I got 7 months out of it, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Even 6 months to me, I think you did a good job.
It is crazy. The other thing I did an insane amount of research on car radios. The car radio themselves are like $300.
Right.
Then just to get the proper harnessing and wiring for certain cars.
That's where they get you?
Yeah, because Everything's in that thing. Your
Yeah.
backup camera. Um, it like for that one, it's the backup camera, the steering wheel controls, the Starlink system. All these things are all in that.
Right.
And a lot of cars, the ones where you really get in trouble is the cars now that have like your air conditioning is on the screen, and it's all there's no physical knobs for anything.
Yeah.
When that thing goes,
Then you're in trouble.
Then you're in trouble.
Yeah. That does. Like electronics is really cool.
Yeah.
But as opposed to just even like with the windows, if you've got automatic, what everybody does, if you got automatic windows, man, that motor goes, you can't open a window.
Yeah.
You know what really worked? When you just roll them down. Sometimes technology is not always great.
Right.
That's interesting. If everything's controlled on your screen and your screen goes kapooey, like in the middle of the summer, you better roll your windows down. You're going to die. From heat.
No AC.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So
my opinion, I'm very interesting to see what type of messages you get today. I would put the $700 in.
I would say that after chatting with you just now, that I am leaning that way.
Okay. All right. Now we'll see what everybody else says.
You were very confident, Jerry, in your...
Well, I'm very confident. Here's what I'm also confident in. The way you take care of your car. I feel like you know your car really well. You've done what you're supposed to do. It's in a pretty good spot. And you're worried about something that I don't think you need to be worried about yet in the transmission.
Yeah.
So I think and you are right. You don't know what you don't know. So you go and get a different car. I'm sure even with 40,000 miles on it, it's going to be in good shape, but you don't know until you got it for 6 months.
Right.
So as long as you like the car.
Yeah. I got to tell you too, some of and you'll know this because you were recently looking for a car. Mm-hmm. Although you went to
I bought mine in Carvana.
Yeah.
I did.
Car dealership websites are some of the worst websites on all the internet. The
pop-up ads.
It is impossible.
Yeah.
They have a chat. Did you need to chat with someone?
Yeah, I know.
I do not. Did you want 0% financing? I do not. Is there something else that we can help you with that you're not seeing on the website? Did you accept cookie? It's a million. I'm like, dude.
It's a lot.
And then you click on one thing, like, let me see your used inventory. Click on it. All the windows come up again.
I know.
Then it's like select. I'm looking. But
it's frustrating.
God,
it is very frustrating.
And they're all the same. There must be some
they want you to go there.
Yeah,
because if they get you there, you're most likely not leaving without a car.
Yeah,
and I don't know if they design these websites to be annoying. I don't know, but they want you at the place. They want you at the dealership.
Yeah. The other weird thing is, like, I was bored yesterday, Sunday.
What's that like?
I was like, I might go look at cars. No,
they're closed on Sundays.
The one day everyone is home.
But that's a state law.
What do you mean?
That's a state law. Car dealerships are not allowed to be open on Sundays.
Really?
I do not know why in New Jersey that is the case.
Huh.
I'm going to check out.
That's a weird one.
When that law went into effect.
Yeah.
I do not know. I believe that's by law.
People are, although we talk about it all the time, you can go by the beach on a Tuesday and it's packed. So I guess people are out and about every day of the week.
Right.
But I would just think Saturday and Sunday, man, if I was a car salesman.
Right. Close on Monday and be open on Sunday.
Yeah. My ass would be there on Sundays. I'd be like, I'll open up. I'll take in all the customers.
Let's see. Yes. State law in New Jersey that prohibits car dealerships from selling vehicles on Sunday. The regulation is part of the blue laws that make it illegal to engage in the business of buying, selling, or exchanging motor vehicles on a Sunday.
This is against the law.
Like, how about this? This has been in place since 1937, when we were transitioning from horse and buggy to vehicles. People have tried to overturn it, but they continue it because it guarantees a day off and reduces overhead costs. What?
Now, one of the other things I was reading, because I remember Googling this at some point, was that because banks are not open on Sundays.
Financing?
Yeah.
Makes sense. That does make sense. But some banks are open on Sunday now. Like TD Bank is open on Sunday.
Like there's people in there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
now
wow.
they have shorter hours.
Yeah.
I believe Sundays TD Bank is 10 to 2.
I even think Saturdays are like a shorter
Probably.
day.
Yeah, they might be. Shorter than during the week. That's
You know what
probably
they don't
true.
want to do? They don't want to get you in the car dealership on a Sunday when the bank's closed,
And then keep them there.
and then be like, "We got to do this financing." And the person goes, "Well, I'll be back tomorrow."
And then they don't come
them.
back.
Yeah, you don't trust them to come
That
back.
is very true. That might, it's funny. I don't know what cockamamie thing that was about guaranteeing a day off. That could be more of the answer and the reason if you dig deeper.
Yeah.
If you've got 10 minutes today, Al.
I don't know where I'll find the time, Jerry.
But I agree. Like, if you're a car dealership, why would you not want to be open Friday night, all day and night, Saturday, and all day Sunday? It sucks, yeah. But so close the place on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Who's buying a car on a Tuesday afternoon?
Not me.
Right. Now, the part of Sunday being closed that I've always liked is you can go and peruse the inventory especially if you're looking for a used car, and you can get a pretty good look at the car without someone up
That's
your
true.
ass
Yeah.
trying to sell you the car.
Yeah.
So there's, give and take with that whole situation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I think I'm going to, let's just ride this out.
I would.
Let's
personally.
ride this out with the
I
car.
do love buying a car, though. I think the process is actually fun. It can be tedious at the dealership, but when it's done right and you don't have to spend the entire day there, and especially if you're writing a check, or let's say you walked in there, like the car I bought for Kim, I walked in there with a loan from Chase because I had just paid off. So we paid off her Expedition, which was through Chase. So I had 3 months of not paying that for that. So they kept sending me, hey, if you're ready to buy a new car, you're pre-approved. So I was able to walk in. I went down to Dan Ariel, Pine Belt Chevy in Lakewood, and we traded in her Expedition for an Equinox. And it was so easy because everything was done already. When I walked in, I knew the limit I could go to without having to call them. And it was quick. You get into the financing thing, you might be there a while.
Yeah. It was funny when I bought that orange car a number of
Yes.
years ago. I really think the orange car was $16,000.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. And I remember when they were like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I want this car. And they looked at my old Nissan and they go, yeah, we'll take this. This is what we'll trade it in for. Or maybe after the trade in, it was like $15,000. They go, do you need financing? I go, no, I'm going to pay cash. They go, okay. Okay, it's $15,000. I hand them my credit card. They go, we can't take a credit card. I go, how am I supposed to pay cash?
A check.
A cashier's check. you
Cashier's
need.
check. They wouldn't take a credit card?
No. The fees are too high.
But why wouldn't they just charge you the fees
I don't
then?
know. That's a good question. They would not take a credit card.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
So what they did is they took my credit card for a $1,000 deposit.
Okay. And then allowed you to go get the cashier's check?
Yeah, but I had to go. I think it took me a day to go. Get it.
Yeah. Wow. Did they give you the car at that point? Or did you keep your Nissan for the day?
No, they never want you to leave with your car.
So they did give you the new car.
Yeah, they either gave me the new car or gave me a loaner.
Okay.
I don't remember which one
Because
they
now
did.
they got your car.
Yeah,
You're not going back on the deal.
Not only that, but they've already decided what your car is worth to them. They don't
Right.
want you leaving with it.
Oh,
and
you get into an accident.
Yeah, screwing it up. You'll ruin the deal.
That makes sense.
I crashed the car. Then all of a sudden I go, I can't.
Your car, not mine.
Or I can't afford this now. I have a crashed vehicle.
That's right.
So, yeah, they never want you leaving with the
Very
car.
interesting.
Yeah.
How about that? I would have been surprised walking into a place thinking, let's say you've got an American Express card, not the green, but like one of the other Amex cards that's got a $30,000 limit. And you're like, yeah, I can put this $15,000 on the card. And they'd be like, no. But we know.
You know what? They don't want you to get points, Jerry, for whatever you get points for on your credit card.
That's right. Exactly. Of course, it's also 28% interest. So who's the dummy?
Right. Yeah. I was really thrown off by that.
What percentage of people do you think pay cash, like with a cashier's check?
Yeah,
don't finance the car? I think it's a very low number with the amount that cars now cost.
Yeah, I think it's a low number as well. And it's funny because like when we were growing up, when we were first buying cars, like our parents, like I know my dad was, so I'm telling you, we were buying like a $2,000 car, $1,000 car.
Yeah.
You'd be like, you pay cash. You tell them you got cash, you're going to get a deal.
Yeah.
Like they
don't want the cash now.
No, now
they want the financing.
They will try to talk you into financing. Yeah. They'll go, why? You have $15,000, but if you invest that, this
you'll make 10% on your money in the
and then
S&P 500.
why would you want to get
And we
rid of
can give you
that?
1%
Yes.
financing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, with your money. There are some people that say borrow until you're dead, basically. And then there are others that will tell you don't borrow, pay for everything as you go if you can. So
Yeah.
it depends on how
It
you
just
feel
stinks
about
because
money.
the car dealerships now are the ones who are also loaning you money.
Oh, yeah.
I think, right? So like if you get a
No, it's still through the bank, but what they get, the way I understand it, is they get bonuses and kickbacks for the amount of business that they drive to the bank, which makes sense.
yeah.
Makes sense. I'm sure there are some dealerships that might finance, but I think most of them go through banks.
Then there's also this I would like tips from people too, where they say there's a like that early on the salesperson will ask if you're paying cash like for a used car or
Okay.
financing, and you're not supposed to reveal. But I don't
I've
know.
never had anyone ask me that. That's
No,
interesting. Interesting. What would be the point of that?
they think that if you're going to pay cash, that they won't like that's not good for them. That they won't come down on price as much. That you shouldn't talk about financing or anything until you've agreed
To a price.
to the price. Yeah,
Okay, I could see that.
I think I would like to sell cars at some point
My
when I
brother,
retire.
so a couple of times my brother has been in between jobs and his best friend runs a place. So he's always taken him in and he did it for like 6 months once and like 4 months another time. What he didn't like about it were we just talked about it, the Tuesday where you're there for 10 hours and 3 people come in. What he did like was the Fridays and the Saturdays when the place is alive and busy and there's customers and the art of actually selling the car and test driving. Most people are excited. He would always say you would sometimes get customers that are coming in ready to fight.
Yeah,
Like,
that was my dad when we were younger. He'd be like, "Let's go fight a car dealer."
yes, and save $12. And my brother enjoyed it. I could see you liking that. I could.
I would like it if I retired and didn't like that
Need
wasn't
the money?
Yeah, like I
Sure.
didn't to put food on my table was that
Yeah.
because that's a lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah, it is for sure. There's no doubt.
I remember when I realized when my dad was getting soft, Jerry,
Mhm.
because my dad was wanting to fight a car dealer.
Right.
The amount of times we stormed out of car dealerships. Well, I remember I went to get a Ford Escape in 2007. I was like, I'm bringing my dad along.
It's on.
It is on like Donkey Kong. And I remember we sat down with the guy and we're going through all stuff and we found the car I really liked it. It was $27,000. And the guy's like, it's 27. And I was like, huh. And I looked at my dad and he goes, seems like a good deal. What? We are walking out of here. It wasn't his money. That's why he
I
was
was
probably
going to
like,
say, your car, not his. Your bill, not his.
he did that. I'm like, what was that move?
So that was a brand new Ford Escape that you bought, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that one of the few brand new cars? Or did
No,
you always buy brand new cars?
I always bought brand new until
You notice they were all $40,000 more.
I think how insane I was. Here's what happened. Like I was buying new cars. And then like I would take out a 5-year loan.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 years into it, I would
One new car.
trade it in.
Yeah.
But at some point when I went to do that,
They told you owed a lot more than it was worth.
yeah, and then it's like your new monthly payment is going to be insane because you still owe 15 grand on this car. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And then when I started listening to Dave Ramsey, the money guy,
Right.
he was like, you cannot be buying new cars.
Yeah. New used cars.
Yeah, buy new used cars. So that's when I just think all the time, like I traded in that 2007 Ford Escape. It had 70,000 miles on it. I was like, I got to get another car.
Because you felt like it was going to
This is
start
gonna start
breaking down.
going.
Right. And you probably had another 100,000
Yes.
miles on it easy. I know. This is how crazy. I mean, clearly you and I live different lives. But like Mike, the car that I got, which I've told you, had, I forget what it had, 10,000, 11,000 miles. It's as new could be, basically. It was a 1-year-old car.
Yeah.
Not even. It's a 2025 model that I got in December of 2025. So it's pretty new. But mine is, trying to think, it was 20, how much did I pay? 24. I don't even remember what it was. But I went the 75 month route. I might end up paying 30 grand for this thing if I don't pay it down sooner, which I am hoping to do.
You can do.
But that's how crazy it's gotten.
Yeah.
When you do the math, and it ain't easy. It ain't cheap.
Yeah.
It is not cheap.
Yeah. So I finally figured that out at some point where I was like, you can't trade a car in when you still owe
that's where they get
money
you.
on it.
That's where the car game is a losing proposition. Unless you're someone like Eddie who keeps a car I think he keeps his cars for 9-10 years.
Yeah.
Unless those cars are paid off, it's tough. It's very, and every 5 years they get, if you're buying a car every 5 or 6 years, the amount of what the cars cost has gone up drastically.
It is crazy.
Yeah. I'll give you an example. I bought Kim's Ford Expedition. So she had it for 6 years. We just got rid of it last February, which was it sounds about right. We got it in 2018, I think. Bought it it was a used Expedition with 28,000 miles, fully loaded. It was $39,000. You want that car today? It's like $60,000.
Yeah.
With 29, it's crazy how fast the things go up.
Yeah. What do you remember? What's the cheapest you paid for a brand new car in your life?
Well, I've only had 2 brand new cars. I had the Toyota Paseo back in the day, and I had a Ford Escort, which was the first year they made them look sporty.
Oh, those were cool. Yeah, the Ford Escort.
It was a nice
stick
car.
shift.
No, yes, that was both of them were.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, I believe the Paseo was $7,200. I want to say that's what it cost.
That's crazy
because I remember So that was when my Jeep was shot. I don't remember. My dad went and did the deal for me because I was at work and I needed a car. And I remember I feel like I gave him $3,600 for 50% down. That's why the number 7,200 sticks in my head. And I had a small monthly payment, like $100 a month was my payment for like 42 months or something like that. I think it was 7,200. And that would have been in right around the time I got married, 99 or 2000, I would say. I'll bet you I can find that.
Yeah.
So real quick, I know we got to go. So I'll put it in MSRP of I'm going to put in a 1999 Toyota Paseo because I think it was right after I got married and we got a leftover from the previous MSRP would have been. No, that's not right. No. They're saying $25,000. That is absolutely wrong.
Not back then.
Not in 19. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Less than that. I'm sorry. $5,070. So maybe it was $2,600 I gave, but that sounds light to me. That doesn't seem right to me. I still feel like
could you imagine if new cars cost that now? It'd be awesome, Jerry.
Oh, are you kidding me? Of
kick
course.
ass.
Absolutely. I still think that's wrong. I think that's in 1990. It's not quite coming up properly. But I'm telling you, I think it was $7,200. I'm almost certain of it.
Yeah.
Which sounds lovely.
No. I bought a Nissan hardbody truck, $6,800. It was on the lot for a year. I bought it in 1989. It was a brand new 1988.
Okay. So you had a leftover.
Got a leftover.
Yeah. Smart. 5-speed, like manual.
Yeah, 5-speed, no air conditioning. It was kick ass, Jerry.
I know what that's like. Thank you very much.
All right, let's do the warm-up program. Hit me up on Twitter or Instagram if you've got ideas for me and but Jerry really convincingly got me on this $700 radio. I think that's the way to go.
I do too.
All right, Jerry. Warm-up show is next. Soon.